Moving forward to next question, illustration 16. From the following are the data of 3 product lines of departmental store for the year 2022 and 23. It is asked in December 2023 for 7 marks. They given revenues for 3 types of products: cake, pizza and soft drinks. Maybe I think it is a bakery. Next, cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. How you will get cost of goods sold? First, prime cost, add factory overheads. You will get factory cost or works cost. For that, add office or administration overheads. You will get cost of production. That is nothing but what the cost incurred to produce a product for particular period of time. It doesn't include finished goods, opening finished goods and closing finished goods. Now, if you add opening stock of finished goods and less closing stock of finished goods to cost of production, then you will get cost of goods sold. That's what he given here. Next, for cake, pizza and soft drinks. Next, cost of bottles returned. For soft drinks, if you return the bottle, I sold the soft drink along with the glass bottle. If you return that glass bottle, I will pay in return refund of 30,000. Next, number of purchase orders placed. It is used for allocating the activity cost. Now, for bottles return, it is only for whom? It will be only for soft drinks. Next, ordering. What is the cost driver? Placing. What is the cost driver? Number of purchase orders placed. What is the cost? 3,90,000. Next, in total, how many purchase orders placed? 1560. How you will get this 1560? 360 plus 840 plus 360. You will get 1560. Next, delivery. It is nothing but physical delivery and receipt of goods. After producing, you have to deliver it to the customer. So how much? What is the total cost? 6,30,000. And what is the cost driver? Number of deliveries received. Next, self-stocking. Stocking of goods on store shelves and ongoing restocking. Nothing but storage. Storage cost. What is the cost driver? Hours of self-stocking time. That how much time you kept these goods in the storage. Next, customer support. What is the cost driver? For customer support, number of items sold. Based on number of items sold, you will allot the customer support cost, which is 7,68,000. Same format. First, calculation of cost driver rate. What is the format? Activity, cost to driver, volume and rate. First, what is the first activity we have? Returning bottles. For returning bottles, we are directly allocating these returning bottles to whom? Soft drink. We are deducting this 30,000 from what value? Cost of goods sold. Why? Because it is an amount of refund. It is income for us. Okay, we sold soft drinks along with the bottles. Sorry. Okay, from revenue we have to deduct this 30,000. I am selling the bottles along with the I am selling cool drinks along with the bottles. I received an amount of extra 30,000 towards the bottle. If customer return the bottle to me, what I have to do? I have to pay back that 30,000. Now I am taking it as a cost, my cost. Bottle returning cost. If bottles are returned from the customer, I have to pay back their amount of 30,000. Now, next. It is only for whom? Soft drinks. Next. Next activity is ordering. What is the cost for ordering? 3 lakhs 90,000. What is the cost driver? Number of purchase orders. What is the volume? 1560. Now 3 lakhs 90,000 divided by 1560. 250. 250 per order. Next. What is the next one? Delivery. How much? 6 lakhs 30,000. Now what is the cost driver? Number of deliveries received. What is the value? Volume 3,150. Now rate is 200 per delivery. Next, shelf stocking. How much for shelf stocking? 4 lakhs 32,000. What is the cost driver? What is the cost driver? Hours of self stocking time. How much? 8,640. 50. Next, customer support. How much? 7,68,000. Next, number of units. How much? 15 lakhs 36,000. That is nothing but 0.5 per unit. That's it. Still no any doubts? No. Next, calculation of what he asked in the question. Calculate the total cost and operating income using activity based costing system. Calculation of total cost and operating income. Particulars. How many products we have? 3 products. What are they? Cake, pizza and soft drinks. Cake, pizza and soft drinks. Cost of goods sold. What is the cost of goods sold? Tell me. 22 lakhs 50,000 22 lakhs 50,000. Next 37 lakhs 50,000. 15 lakhs. This is cost of goods sold. For this, what we need to do? We need to add other overhead expenses. According to which method? Activity based costing method. Now, other cost or other overheads. First one, returning. First one is bottles return. Bottle returns. Bottle returns. It is only for whom? Soft drinks. That is 30,000. Next, ordering. What is the cost per order, Nana? 250. Now, how many orders placed by this cake? 360 orders. Cake consumed 360 orders. Per order we have to give 250. 250 into 360, 90. 250 into 360. Next, pizza consumed how many orders? 840. 250 into 840. How much? 2 lakhs. Next, soft drink 360. 250 into 360. 90,000. Next, what is the next one? Delivery. Now, for delivery, what is the cost driver? Number of orders delivered. Now, what is the rate per delivery? 200. Now, cake consumed how many deliveries? 660 into 200. 1,32,000. Next, pizza 1200 and 2190. 2190 into 200. 4,38,000. Next, for soft drinks 300. 300 into 200. 60,000. Next, self stocking. Next one is self stocking. For self stocking, what is the amount? 50 rupees per hour. Now, cake consumed. What is the storage time of cake? 2700 hours. That is 50 into 2700. 1,35,000. Next, 50 into 5,200. 5,400. 5,400. 2,70,000. Next, 15 to 540. 27,000. Next, finally, customer support. What is the cost driver? The cost driver is number of units. Per unit it is 0.5. Now, how many units? What is the sales of cake? 3,06,000. That means 1,53,000. 3,06,000 into 0.5. Now, what is the sales of Pizza 11,04,000 into 0.5. 5,52,000. Next, 1,26,000 sales into 0.5. 60. Total cost. At 27 lakhs. 27 lakhs. 60,000. 60 or 50. Next, for pizza 22 lakhs. 52 lakhs. 52 lakhs 20,000. For soft drinks 17 lakhs 70,000. This is total cost. Now we have revenue as well. Revenue. What is the revenue? 30 lakhs 750. 30 lakhs 24,000. Next, for 51,500. Next, this is revenue. Now operating profit. What is our operating profit? What is the difference between total profit and operating profit? What is the difference between total profit and operating profit? What is the difference between operating profit from the business and total profit from the business? Operating profit in the sense, whatever profit you you get as a, whatever profit you got from the operations of your business, your daily regular business. Like my business is teaching. I got an income of 10 lakhs. This is my operating income. Like a part-time job, I worked as a tuition teacher, or I invested in some shares. From there also I got 10,000 as a profit. Now that 10,000 is not my regular income. That 10,000 is not my regular income. That is not my operating income. Like sale of profit on sale of asset. That is not a regular income. So income from sale of scrap. This is not a regular income. Regular income from the business. Operating income from the business means whatever income or whatever profits you got from the your regular business or daily business, your proper business. If you got some profit from the sale of assets or sale of some scrap, this is not included in the operating income. Now, what is our operating profit? 22 lakhs 750. Next, 31,500. Next, 2 lakhs 13,000. That's it, no? Next, don't worry, I will share it in your group. I will share this PDF in your group. I don't want to waste our precious class time. Next one. Read question illustration 17, which is asked in June 2025 for 7 marks. June last year. That means last before attempt. In every attempt, your 2B question. In every attempt, your 2B question will be from activity based costing only. And your 2A question will be from introduction chapter. అది మీరు బట్టి పడతారో నేర్చుకుంటారో అంటే అర్థం చేసుకొని రాస్తారో మీ కర్మ. బట్ ఆ 5 pages ఏదైతే థియరీ పార్ట్ ఉందో ఆ పార్ట్ మీరు ఏం చేయాలనంటే ఈరోజే నేర్చుకునేయండి. చెప్పాలంటే ఆల్రెడీ మనము 14 marks సిలబస్ అనేది కంప్లీట్ చేసాం. దిస్ యాక్టివిటీ బేస్డ్ కాస్టింగ్ ఈజ్ ఫర్ 7 marks అండ్ దట్ థియరీ పార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ chapter 1 is for 7 marks, as well as from activity based costing and from chapter 1 theory they will ask one MCQs as well. So we already completed for 18 marks. Read question number 17. Hot and cold. A FMCG company. FMCG means, what is FMCG? Fast moving consumer goods. Company manufactures and sells 3 flavors of ice cream: dark chocolate, butterscotch. The batch size for the ice cream is limited to 1000 ice creams based on the size of the fridge. Ice cream molds. What is mold? Molds is nothing but achu. In Telugu it is achu. అంటే ఈ బాటిల్ ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలనుకో ఈ బాటిల్ షేప్ ఎలా వస్తుంది, దానికంటూ ప్రీ డిటర్మైన్ ఒక అచ్చులాగా ఉంటుంది. దాంట్లో మనం ఏం చేస్తే ఈ స్టీల్ కరిగించి పోస్తే బాటిల్ షేప్ వస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ మోల్డ్. based on the size of the fridge and ice cream molds owned by the company. Based on budgetary projections, the information listed below is available. Next, projected sales in units: dark chocolate 5 lakhs, chocolate 80,000 for 8 lakhs. Next, butterscotch 6 lakhs. Selling price: direct material, direct labor per unit, and direct labor 4 to 2 hours per 1000 units. Hour per 1000 unit batch. Okay. Here per unit data given. Direct labor hours is hours per 1000 unit batch. Direct labor hours is 20, 10 and 10. Fridge hours per 1000 unit batch 1 hour. Packing hours per 1000 units, that is 0.5, 0.5 and 0.5. Total overhead cost and activity levels for the year are estimated as follows. Direct labor hours. How many hours are available in total? 24,000 hours. 5 lakhs divided by, do one calculation. 5 lakhs divided by 20. Sorry, 1000 into 20. 5 lakhs divided by 1000 into 20. 10,000. Next, 8 lakhs divided by 1000 into 10. 8,000. 6 lakh divided by 1000 into 10. 6,000. 10,000, 8,000 plus 6,000. 24,000. Correct? That means, next, fridge overhead. What is the overhead cost for fridge? How much it is? 21 lakhs. For how many hours? 1900 and fridge hours. Next, packing. What is the overhead cost? 15 lakhs. For how many packing hours? 950 packing hours. With the help of the traditional costing system, with the direct labor hours as a overhead allocation for chocolate ice cream, compute the estimated operating profit per 1000 ice creams, not for entire ice creams, not for single unit, not for total quantity or not for single unit. They asked to calculate for how many? 1000. Next, with the help of the activity based costing system, for chocolate ice cream, compute the activity cost driver rate, compute the estimated overhead cost per 1000 ice creams, compute the estimated operating profit per 1000 ice cream. So he asked to calculate with the help of the traditional costing system with the direct labor hours as a overhead allocation base for the chocolate ice cream. He asked to calculate for what? Only one thing, that too for chocolate only. He doesn't ask to calculate for dark chocolate. He doesn't ask to calculate for butterscotch. He asked us to calculate only for chocolate. That's it, na? Now we will do. First, calculation of cost per 1000 chocolate ice creams under traditional costing system. Now, particulars amount. First, what is the first one? Direct material. First one is direct material. So what is the direct material cost? Per unit, direct materials is how much? 20 into how many? 1000 na? 20 into 1000? 20,000. That is 20,000. Am I correct? Next, direct labor. Sorry. It is 15. 15 into 1000. 15,000. Next, direct labor. This is direct labor, not hours. This is rupees. Nana. Here it is rupees. Cost per hour. Direct labor cost per hour. Now, if you see, for 1000 units, we are consuming how many hours? 10 hours. Per hour, what is the rate? 2 rupees. Is it correct? For producing 1000 units of chocolate, we are consuming an labor of how many hours? 10 hours. Per hour, it is 2 rupees. 10 into 2, 20. Next, direct labor. Hours per 1000 unit batch, direct labor hours. Yes. అర్థం కదా? This is per unit. Okay, sorry. Direct labor cost. Here data is missing. Like take it as direct labor cost per unit. Oh, here it is given. It is 2 rupees per unit into 1000. That is 2000. That's it. Next, overheads. Did he given any other information in direct cost? No. Overheads. What is the first overhead we have? Fridge cost. Here if you see, with the help of the traditional costing system, with the direct labor hours as a overhead allocation base, we are using which base? Direct labor hours as a overhead allocation base. Now what is the total overheads we have? What is the total overheads we have? Total overheads is equals to, for fridge it is 21 lakhs, for packing it is how much? 15 lakhs. Total 21 lakhs. Okay, 2 crore 10 lakhs. 2 crore 10 lakhs plus 1 crore 50 lakhs. Total is how much? 3 crores 60 lakhs. 3 crores 60 lakhs divided by how many labor hours we have in total? If you see, in total we have how many labor hours? 24,000 hours is there, divided by 24,000. 1500 per hour direct labor hour. Now this chocolate is consuming how many hours? Per 1000 units. Per 1000 units it is consuming how many hours? 10 hours. For producing chocolate of 1000 units, it is consuming how many hours? 10 hours. That means per hour we have to recover how much? 1500. Per 10 hours we have to recover how much? 10 into 1500, that is 15,000 overheads. Ten into 1500, that is 15,000. That's it now. Now total is how much? 32,000. Total cost for how many units? Cost of 1000 units. For 1000 units it is 32,000. Then per unit is equal to how much? 32 rupees. This is according to which method? Traditional costing method. Under the traditional costing method, what is the statement or what is the pro forma is particulars amount. If you have more than one good, amount. Next, first to write down direct material, direct labor. You will get prime cost. After prime cost, add overheads. That's it. Don't segregate overheads. For traditional costing system, the all expenses are included under overheads. We took only overheads as a cost. That's it. So direct material, direct labor, you will get prime cost, add overheads. But as per activity based costing, cost of 1000 chocolate ice creams under activity based costing. First, direct material. We already calculated now how much it is, 15,000. Am I correct? Direct cost under ABC and traditional costing will be same only. Next, direct labor 2,000. Total how much? 17,000. What is it? Prime cost. Add overheads. Overheads. What is the first overhead? We have fridge. Fridge cost. If you see, we incurred 2 crores 10 lakhs rupees for how many hours? 1900 hours. That means 2 crore 10 lakhs divided by 1900 into, out of 1900 hours, this cake used how many hours? If you see, for fridge hours is 1 hour per unit. So not per 1000 units. It is 1 hour per 1000 units. That is nothing but into 1. 11,052.63. Take it as 53. 11,053. Next, what is next cost? We have packing. Packing cost 1 crore 50 lakhs divided by how many hours? Packing hours 950 into, not 1, I think so, it is 0.5. Packing hours per 1000 units is 0.5 an hour. That is nothing but into 0.5. 7,894.7. Take it as 895. So total cost. How much? 35,948 is cost per how many units? 1000 units. Per unit cost divided by 1000, that is 35.948. If you see, if you follow the traditional costing system, your cost is 32. If you take this as a base, you may put the price like 34 or 35, but the actual cost is how much? You are incurring 35 rupees. It will push you into losses. If you follow the traditional costing system, due to this reason, it will push you into losses. According to you, your calculation, the cost is 32 only, but the actual cost is 35. Based on 32, you are charging 34 rupees or 35 rupees from the customer, but you are incurring almost 36 rupees. So due to this reason, you may incur losses. Any doubts in this problem? Any doubts in this problem? If you have any doubts, please raise your hand. These are simple problems. When it comes to activity based costing, according to me, these are the most simple basic problems. They are asking in your examination. The basic problems only they are asking in your examination. Next, he asked us to calculate operating profit as well. Now, for both. Now, what is the sales? Selling price 75 rupees. Sales is equals to 75 into 1000, that is 75,000. Am I correct? 75,000 minus 32,000 operating profit. How much? 43,000. This is under Which costing? Traditional costing. Here also sales is same na. Sales 1000 into 75, 75,000. Next, operating profit is equal to how much? 39,000. Now, in the class itself, do illustration number 18. The class itself, do illustration number. See here, ABC company manufactures 3 products ABC. The data for the period just ended is as follows. Production units 20,000, 25,000, 2,000. Sales, selling price 20, 20, 20. Material cost 5, 10, 10. Labor hours 2 hours, 1 hour, 1 hour. And labor is paid at a rate of 5 per hour. Then what is the labor cost? Labor cost here it is 10, 5, 5. Next, overheads for the period were as follows: 90,000, 30,000, 15,000, 55,000. Total overheads is how much? 1,90,000. As well as they given the cost drivers data. Calculate the cost and profit per unit, absorbing all overheads on the basis of which hours? Labor hours. Based on labor hours. First we need to calculate which what no, that is recovery rate. First we need to calculate recovery rate. What is the recovery rate? How you will calculate recovery rate? Budgeted overheads divided by budgeted base. Here budgeted base is labor hours. Here budgeted base is labor hours. Recovery rate, or it may be termed as absorption rate as well, is equals to budgeted overheads divided by budgeted base. Now, what is the budgeted overheads? 1,90,000 divided by labor hours na. Do we know how many labor hours in total? Do we know labor hours in total? No, na. That's what we need to calculate. That is working note number 1, calculation of labor hours. So for product A, how many units? 20,000 into how many hours per unit? 2 hours. That is nothing but 40,000. Next for B, 25,000 into 1, 25,000. For C, 2,000 into 1, 2,000. Now total labor hours is how much? 67,000. 1,90,000 divided by 67,000. How much? 2.836 is the recovery rate of overheads per labor under traditional costing system. Next, calculation of cost and profit per unit under traditional costing system. Particulars A, B, C. Now, direct material. For A, how much it is? Direct material cost per A, how much? 5 rupees. For B, 10 rupees. For C, 10 rupees. Direct labor cost. Per hour it is 5 rupees. A consumed 2 hours per unit. That is 10, 5, 5. Prime cost. Cost per unit. 15, 15, 15. Next, overhead cost per unit. A is consuming how many hours? It is, you have to charge the overheads on the basis of labor hours only. A is consuming how many hours? 2 hours. Per hour you have to recover how much? 2.836. Now 2 into 2.836. How much it is? 5. Next, for B it is 1 into 2.836. 2.836. Again 1 into 2.836 is 2.836. Tell me total cost per unit. Total cost per unit 20.672, 17.836, 17.836. Now selling price. Twenty. Profit per unit 0.672 loss. If I mention something in brackets in costing, that is loss, that is negative figure. Next, 2.164 and 2.164. That means if you follow the traditional costing system, you may get loss for product A and profit for product B and C. Next, calculation of cost driver rate. Activity cost driver volume rate. First activity. What is the first activity we have? Setup cost. How much? 90,000. Cost is 90,000. Number of setups. What is the volume? In total, number of setups 10 plus 30 plus 13 plus 2, that is 25. What is the rate? 3,600 per setup. Next, receiving 30,000. Cost driver is number of delivers received. Now volume in total how much? 22. Rate 1363 per order. Next, dispatch 15,000. Number of orders dispatched. Number of orders. What is the volume? 60. 250 per dispatch order. Next one is mission. Mission 55,000. What is the cost driver? Mission hours. Mission hours. It is equal for all. Number of mission hours. You have to calculate total number of mission hours. This 55,000 is incurred for total mission hours, not for this 2 plus 2 plus 2, not for 6 mission hours. What I am saying is this entire 55,000 is incurred for total mission hours. Here they given per unit. You have to multiply with the number of units, then only you will get the total number of mission hours. Now, total number of mission hours is equals to, for A, how many units, Nana? A is equals to 20,000 into 2, 40,000. B, 25,000 into 2, 50,000. C, 2,000 into 2, 4,000. Total 94. That means this 55,000 is incurred for 94,000 mission hours. Don't spread all 55,000 in equal basis, because of here mission hours are equal for ABC. Okay, always calculate on total basis, total volume. Here they given for units. This is given for total numbers. The setups, deliveries and dispatches for total numbers. You use 10 orders, 10 setups for entire 20,000 units, but the mission hours here it is 2 per unit. Then for total number of units it will be 40,000. Here 50,000. Here it is 4,000. Here the data for this one only, data is in units. For setups, for receiving, for dispatch, the data is in total. Now, for how many mission hours? 94,000 volume. Now what is the rate? 55,000 divided by 94,000. 0.585 per mission hour. Next, calculation of cost and profit per unit under which system? ABC, under activity based costing system. Particulars. How many products we have? 3. A, B, C. We already know prime cost. Am I right? Prime cost. How much? 15. Next, overheads. What is the first overhead we have? Setup. Now, out of overall setups, A used how many setups? 10 setups. For how many units? 10 setups for 20,000 units. Per setup you have to recover how much? Per setup you have to recover 3,600. Now setup cost is 3,600 into 10. This is total setup cost for how many units? 20,000 units. A is for how many units? 20,000. 25,000 for B and 2,000. For entire 20,000, this is 3,600 into 10, that is 36,000. For how many units? 20,000 units divided by not 20, 20,000. Then you will get in per unit basis 1.8. Next, again here 3,600 into how many setups? 13, 13 divided by how many units for of B? 25,000. 1 point. Next, 3,600 into how many setups? For C, 2 only, divided by 2,000. 3.6. This is setup cost per unit. Per unit, the setup cost is 1.8, 1.872 and 3.6. Next, what is the next cost we have? Receiving. For receiving, what is the cost per order? 1363. How many receivings consumed by A? 10, 10, 2. Now 1363 into 10. This is receiving cost for entire 20,000 units divided by 20,000. You will get per unit 0.6. Next, 1363 into 10 divided by 25,000. 0. Next, 1363 into 2 divided by 2000. 1.363. Next one is dispatch. What is the dispatch cost? It is 250 per dispatch. A consumed how many dispatches? 20. Now 250 into 20 divided by 20,000. 0.25. Next, 250 into how many? For B, 20. For all it is 20 only. 20 divided by 25,000. How much? 0.2. Next, 250 into 20 divided by 2000. Next, mission. What is the cost per mission hour? 0.585. If you see here, for A how many hours? 2 hours. For B also per unit 2 hours only. For C also per unit is 2 rupees, 2 hours only. You can directly multiply with 2 hours. Now per hour it is how much? 0.585. 0.585 into 2. How much? 1.17. 0.585 into 2. 1.17. 0.585 into 2. 1.17. Total cost per unit. Tell me What is the total cost per unit? For A, 18 point. For B, 18.79. For C, 23 point. Now selling price. Now selling price. What is the selling price? 20, 20, 20. Now profit per unit 1.099, 1.21. Am I correct? 3.63 loss. As per traditional costing system, which product is loss making product? A. As per activity based costing system, which product is loss making product? If you go with the traditional costing method, which product will you discontinue? A product. Why? Because it is a loss making product. If you discontinue that product, you will save a loss of how much? I think 0.672 rupees per unit. But actually, which is loss making? C is the actually loss making product. You have to discontinue which product? C. But if you go with the traditional costing system, you may choose wrong decision in the business to discontinue the product A. Next question. Illustration 19. This is also one of your examination question. December 2024 model paper. Read the question carefully. Illustration 19. ABC and Associates provide consulting and tax preparation services to its clients. It charges a 100 rupee fee per hour for each service. The firm revenue and cost for the month 2022 are shown in the following income statement. Revenue from tax preparation, how much? 1,30,000. They are charging 100 per hour. Then their revenue is how much? 1,30,000. Then what is the hours? 1300 into 100, that is 1,30,000. Next, tax consultancy 2,70,000, nothing but 270 hours. That means out of total 400 hours, we worked 130 hours for tax preparation and 270 hours for tax consultancy. 2,700, sorry. 1,300 for tax preparation and 2,700 for tax consultant. Next, expenses. Secretarial support 80,000, supplies 72,000, computer cost 40,000, profit 1,92,000. The firm uses ABC and following are the cost drivers. Secretarial support, number of clients, supplies, transactions with the clients, computer cost, computer hours. Complete the income statement using activity based costing and the firm's three cost drivers. Recompute the income statement using the direct labor hours as the only allocation base, 1,300 hours on tax preparation, 2,000 for tax preparation and 2,700 hours for tax consulting. How might the firm decision be altered if it were to allocate all overhead cost using direct labor hours? Under what circumstances would the above based allocations and activity based costing using the three cost drivers result in the similar profit results? He asked us under which circumstances the rates under activity based costing system and traditional costing system will be same. He asked like that. Now I will solve this one. First we need to calculate according to traditional costing system, taking as a base. What is the base? Direct labor hours as a base. Now particulars. What are the services? Tax preparation, tax consultancy. There is no direct cost, I think. Yes, there is no direct cost at all. Now, revenue. What is the revenue we have for tax preparation? It is 1,30,000. Next, for tax consultancy, it is 2,70,000 minus cost. What is the total cost we have? Here under traditional costing system, we won't consider this cost as separate cost. We will consider all these costs as one cost, that is overheads. How much it is? 1,92,000. We are going to segregate according to labor hours. That is 1,92,000 divided by, in total how many hours? Oh, sorry. 80,000 plus 72,000 plus 40,000. One lakh 92,000 is overheads only, na? Right. Divided by 4,000 into, we used how many hours for tax preparation? 1,300. Now tell me the amount. 62,000. Next, 1,92,000 divided by 4,000 into 2,700. Profit. What is the profit? 1,30,000 minus 62,400. 57,600. 67,600 1 lakh 1,40,400. This is profit under which costing system? Traditional costing system. Next, calculation of cost driver rate. Activity cost driver volume and rate. What is the first cost? Secretarial cost, I think. 80,000. What is the cost driver? Number of clients. What is the volume? 120. What is the rate? 80,000 divided by 120. 66 666.6666. I think 666. It is 666 or 66. 666.666. Next, supplies. How much? 72,000. What is the cost driver? What is the cost driver? Transactions with clients. How much? 500. 140. 144. Next, computer cost. Computer cost. 40,000. Computer hours. 1600. Cost is, rate is per hour, per transaction, per client. Calculation of profit under which costing system? ABC. Particulars, tax, preparation, tax, consultancy. Revenue. How much? 1,30,000, 2,70,000. Cost. First, secretarial support. Per client it is how much? 666.666. How many clients we have? 72. 72 into 66, 666.666. How much it is? 40. Next, how many clients? 48 into 666.666. 32,000. Next, supplies. What is it? How much it is? 140 for transaction. How many transactions per tax preparation? 200. 200 into 140, 144. 28,800. 300 into 144. 43,200. Next, computer cost. How much it is? 1,600. It is 25 per hour. 25 into 1,000, 25,000, and 600 into 25, 15,000. Oh, profit. Profit. How much? 28,200. 1,79,800. If you see, as per traditional costing system, our profit is 67,600, and as per traditional costing system, tax consultancy profit is 1,40,400. But when it comes to ABC, the actual profit from tax preparation is 28,200, and from tax consultancy is 1,79,800. That means you have to charge, here you are charging how much? 100 rupees per hour. Here also you are charging 100 rupees per hour only. That means here you have to charge less amount, because for tax preparation maybe you are not consuming high amount of overheads. So you may charge less amount for which one? Tax preparation. It is advisable to charge more amount for which one? Tax consultancy. Then you will get the more profit. Activity based on traditional costing system generally yield comparable product line profits when overheads is small portion of cost. When overhead portion out of total cost, it is like 80:20. If total cost is 100, out of 100, direct cost is 80 and indirect cost is 20%, then you may not see much difference between the profits under activity based costing system and traditional costing system. Why? Because here predominant amount, large amount is with whom? Direct cost only. Less amount is with indirect cost. Ultimately you will segregate, the difference will come at which cost? Indirect cost only. Direct cost under traditional costing system or activity based costing system will be same. Am I correct? Now the difference only will come at indirect cost. If indirect cost is very less or negligible amount, then the difference under activity based costing system and traditional costing system will be negligible only. If there is a predominant or material amount of indirect costs are there, or large amount of indirect costs are there in total cost, then you will see the difference or comparable amounts in the activity based costing system and traditional costing system. In this case, labor hours were distributed 32% to preparation and 60%, 67% to consulting. If firms 3 cost drivers were each also distributed 32.5% to preparation and 7.5% to consulting, then the labor hour and ABC allocation would be identical. If you see, out of total hours, how many hours we have? 4,000. Out of total hours means how many hours we have? 4,000 hours we have. Out of 4,000 hours, we are allocating 1,300 hours to whom? Tax preparation. Balance 2,300 hours we are allocating to whom? Tax consultancy. If you convert it into percentages, 32.5% of our time we are using for whom? Tax preparation, and 67.5% of our time we are using for tax consultancy. In the same format, if you were this cost drivers also using, like secretarial cost as well as computer cost as well as supplies, if we are using the same ratio under traditional costing system as well, then there is no difference in activity based costing system and traditional costing system. For that means, if we allocate the secretarial cost as well as this supplies cost, computer cost under activity based costing system according to the 32.5% and 67.5%, then you won't see any difference under activity based costing system and this traditional costing system. If there is any change in distribution, then you will definitely see the differences. As per activity based costing system, we are not allocating this overheads like secretarial cost, supply cost, computer cost in the ratio 32.5 is to 67.5. Due to that reason, we are getting the variance or deviations in the traditional costing system and activity based costing system. If you allocate according to the labor ratio under activity based costing system as well, then you will get the same answer. So balance problems, whatever left, we will discuss tomorrow. I think you guys are already exhausted. I am seeing it in your faces. So, so whatever problems left, we will do 1 or 2 problems tomorrow out of the box. I will give you one of the most, which will cover all the points from activity based costing, as well as we will discuss some part of theory questions as well. So later on we will move to next chapter, marginal costing.